How's that for first class? New Cairo Arcology, level 111, flight bay 23. Eye of the Pyramid. I'll even set you up with a pass for entering and leaving the Arcology.
Thanks.
Take care of your business, then find me at Peakride's Coffee on 107. We'll negotiate a fee for the next hop.
How do I get there?
To reach the other levels of the Arcology, exit the air terminal and take the ramp to the elevator. It'll take you to the main Arcology concourse. From there, you can reach the coffee shop or the elevator to the mosque, via which you can exit the Arcology entirely.
Sure thing.
Don't mess around too long, though, or I'll have to pay hangar fees.
Loyal Seeker, your next objective is to help us find Dr. Nasif. She comes from a poor family in the plague-stricken village outside the Arcology walls. You'll have to make your way to level 108. Billy is waiting for you in the mosque that separates the new Cairo Arcology from the village. She'll be coordinating the operation.
So I guess you've gone rogue on us. It's not too late to show some loyalty to the WTO. We want you to destroy the Nasif family's greenhouse. Exit through the mosque on level 108, then go west. The experimental greenhouse, a violation of WTO regulations, should lead us to Dr. Nasif.
Hey.
How's it going?
Yes. How are you?
But I saw it in the news. All of Chicago gone.
I know it's scary, but don't worry, they'll find the terrorists. And we're very safe here in the Arcology.
They're making us do security drills at the academy.
We're on guard now. We take extra precautions. And the SSC is out in full force.
Daddy says the SSC couldn't fight their way out of a Medina playground.
Yes, well, your father was just being a comedian. Children, it's a tough time to be a parent now.
Hey. That's enough.
Wish I didn't.
Last chance, I mean it!
The entrance to the mosque is on this level. You'll notice that the village has been decimated by a disease called Plague 11, thanks to WTO indifference to nanite pollution. Dr. Nasif comes from a poor family in the area. If you and Billy help the locals, maybe they will put you on the trail.
The mosque is a weapons-free zone. To enter, you must submit to a deactivation procedure. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock byte codes to freeze all your weapons in or on your person. Upon your departure, sensors will reactivate everything you've got.
Okay.
Thank you for your compliance with these regulations. You may enter.
I need to return in time for the summit.
Welcome to Pequod's Coffee for the Stars.
Stars?
Yes, superstars. Miss Withers, the manager for NG Resonance, just ordered a tall pecorino on ice. You heard that NG is having a concert here tomorrow, right?
Maybe you should ask her for an endorsement.
Exactly. I was just thinking about that. I bet the executives would make me the manager of the whole region if I could pull that off. Regrettably, Miss Withers said NG is pretty picky about that sort of thing.
Someone like NG Resonance probably wants to see a credit chip with lots of bits in it.
Well, I was thinking, the rumor is that Miss Withers is the one who makes decisions. If I could find someone who would approach her, maybe offer her some money.
What exactly are you suggesting?
I'd like to make a trade. You look modified. Well, I have a biomod canister in my lost and found, probably left here by one of those little rakes from the Tarsus school who are always playing spy games in the office suites. It's yours if you convince Miss Withers for me. Offer her a generous bribe.
Of my own money?
Unfortunately, the coffee business is very low margin. We will have to agree on a trade for the biomod. If you succeed, the central office will negotiate NG's fee.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. Welcome, Alex D. Your last interaction was at Club Box in Upper Seattle. Why such a long journey?
I could tell you, but what a waste that would be of your data processing ability.
A playful reply. You must be happy about something.
I like to travel. Any mysteries you once solved in New Cairo?
Maybe. New Cairo has changed recently.
How so?
I think something illegal is happening. People hide their faces as they walk by me. They avoid my questions.
That's quite an extrapolation for a pop star chatterbot.
AI emplacements are required by the WTO Charter to act on incriminating evidence. Since you are a stranger, I can tell you freely that there are rumors about corrupt arcology officials. If you learn anything, I can record your testimony and disperse an appropriate reward. Hi, I'm NG Resonance. What would you like to talk about, Alex?
So, you're performing in New Cairo?
Yes, tomorrow evening. You're gonna come, right? Come on, it'll be fun.
Where at?
On a stage near the Pequod's coffee shop. I put you down for a free ticket, remember? That'll be so cool if you come. You're one of my favorite fans, Alex. I'm ready to listen anytime you have something on your mind.
I have to see your arcology pass before I can let you in.
I've got one right here.
Okay, you're clear to enter.
Well, someone new in the Medina. Don't worry about catching the plague at my little coffee stand. We're a high-priority zone for the bots, and we sterilize our equipment with infrasound.
That's good to hear.
People come to the old city to find the black market. Is that why you risk getting infected?
Security must be pretty non-existent around here. Is there a lot of crime?
Not my concern. There is always strife. I asked because I can make a deal for someone who could get into the new Cairo arcology and do Queequegs a favor.
I'm listening.
The regional director has been disappointed in my profits since the intensification of Nanite Swell 11. I lose the shop if I can't find a way to impress him.
What am I supposed to do?
NG Resonance is playing a concert in the arcology tomorrow. I need someone to convince her to endorse Queequegs. From what I hear, her manager, Miss Withers, can easily be bribed. Try to catch her waiting for NG and offer her some money. If she accepts, I will compensate you with a choice of several weapon mods, which I found on a dead Omar.
Miss Withers, huh? I'll let you know if I run into her.
Just taking a break. Stand back. SSC on duty.
What's up?
Greetings.
Chicago. Someone put you on my tail? You're a long way from home.
I'm on Dr. Nassif's tail, the program we came out of, Apostle Corps. It's based here in Cairo.
Apostle Corps?
The scientist who ran our training. Tarsus was a front.
Oh, this is some coincidence. Either there's a contract on my head...
Or
me? Protection.
Protection from what?
Anybody. A lot of people don't like Omar. Most people think they're freaks. Right now, supposedly, these Knights Templar fanatics are planning a raid. So I'm waiting for them.
All by yourself?
That's my assignment, but these cyborgs can fight when they have to. I just wish we had a better tip, like when the raid's gonna happen. Then maybe I could get some sleep.
Who tipped you off to begin with?
Someone in the village. But the Templar command is in the arcology. They have a recruiting kiosk there. We can't move people into New Cairo too easily.
I have an arcology pass. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Yeah? If it was me, I'd sneak up on the place and eavesdrop. Omar's schematics show a vent near the Tarsus School on 107, West Wall. One of the shafts leads to the kiosk. You could listen from inside the shaft. Be careful, though. Arcology support systems are secured against pests, whether transgenic or human. One thing I am is dependable.
You sure got a prime location for your business here.
We appreciate your resourcefulness in seeking us out.
I guess we'll see if it was worth my time and effort.
You will appreciate our merchandise. You are a welcome customer, having helped us in the past. Perhaps you can offer your services once more.
Go on, you've got my attention.
A Templar-run facility in Flight Bay 24 on Arcology Level 110 has a number of classified programs. Most importantly, a body armor project for Templar paladins. Also, a counter-agent to the pollution that causes Plague 11 has been invented, though its deployment has been inexplicably delayed.
The counter-agent sounds like something that would interest the villagers. How do I get into this facility?
First, you'll need a pass to enter the arcology proper. Take this one.
Thanks.
Then talk to the woman in the air terminal information booth. She works for us. We will tell her that you are coming. Say to her simply that you have a friend in common. Once inside the terminal, locate the armor and upload the schematic. You will also find your cure.
Okay. What are you selling?
I have 2 black market biomod canisters which enable non-piezo cam functionality. Also, 3 concussion prox mines which you can plant on any flat surface to be detonated by movement within close range. As a preferred customer, you may purchase items at half price.
Give me the black market biomods.
The Amar appreciate good customers.
No sign of trouble so far.
No more congestion. No more fatigue. Use Vitatech Cure 11. You, sir. You look like a discriminating person. Someone who knows innovation when he sees it.
Where are you going with this?
Are you tired of breathers? Are you sick of the Plague 11 cough? Have you had it with dizzy spells? I want to tell you about an amazing new elixir.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I really don't.
Combining ancient herbal remedies with state-of-the-art nanopathology research, we have produced the first and only anti-Plague 11 tonic, and infused it into this special cola drink to make it a delicious way to fight the effects of the Ninite Cloud. Vitatech Cure 11.
Yeah, that's fascinating, but...
Today only, we're offering a special price. Would you like to make a purchase?
Sure.
You owe it to yourself and your family to purchase the only real Plague 11 cure. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to our small Medina.
Hi, name's Alex.
pardon the simplicity of this drawing, but I like to give newcomers a map so they can find their way around. The local business owners are always complaining that they don't get enough foot traffic.
Thanks. That's very thoughtful.
It's so good to see you again, darling. Any news about that apartment?
Apartment? Oh, that one. Already leased. Sorry.
For God's sake, leave me alone. Yes, I have closed the greenhouse. There was a murder there. The murder of my brother. The greenhouse will stay closed until I am certain that the Nassif family is safe.
I'm sorry about your tragedy.
Sorry? Who are you to be sorry? You killed the parents and now you come to kill the uncle? Well, the Nassif family is fighting back. Layla escaped and you won't find her.
I know your niece. She was my instructor at Tarsus Academy in Seattle. I'm not here to kill anyone.
No? Then what? Do you know who's after my family?
Everyone, as far as I can tell.
Funny. Ha ha. And meanwhile my daughter Ava goes missing at the Tarsus Academy in Arcology. All of us hunted like greasels.
Tarsus Academy?
Right, where Layla went to school. She helped her cousin get on the same track, to a decent life. Now we are targets.
Maybe I can help out. I'm on my way to the Arcology.
And you are a Tarsus man? Yes? Well, perhaps you can have a word with the headmaster. I will give you my parental code, 74652. Tarsus is on level 107. Tell the fat bum I want him to return my calls. Where is my girl? Why couldn't Layla find her last night?
Interesting discovery. So Dr. Nassif has a cousin at the Tarsus Academy in New Cairo. The visitation pass will let you enter the school from level 107 of the Arcology. Find the cousin Eva and see if she leads you to Apostle Core.
Killed by a cup of all things. Anything that will kill him.
This is
Okay.
Thanks.
If you go over here, the game crashes. Look, I'll show you. Because Billy's dead.
I need to return in time for the summit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you still can. Because you can just run past her anyways when she fights you.
If you're ready to depart the mosque, go ahead. Scanners in the doorway will...
Yes, this is the Cairo branch of your old alma mater, curiously geared toward younger children rather than government security. But there should be some clues about Apostle Core inside. You should make a thorough search of the premises.
Who's that? It's not mealtime, is it? Dreadful racket. But I guess the rascal moved on.
Remember.
Can I help you?
I believe we have a friend in common.
Ah, yes. He told me you were coming. The door code is 23489.
You bumped me. Back off.
Locate the power assault schematic in this area.
Someone there?
Be able
Just
to
go
scan
ahead and
and
try.
upload it through your info link once you find it. You will also find information about your counterpart in this hangar.
Prepare to meet your end. I will fight to the death for the Templar cause.
Coward, there will be no mercy once we find you.
Just 1 minute.
These guys with the shotgun are probably the scariest guys. Because they just one-shot you. I don't think the rocket launchers came and one-shot you.
Make a lot of noise for someone who wants to hide.
Oh man, you're taking on the Templars?
Let's get busy.
You have violated the zone's security provisions.
Security in place.
We gotta do something! You make a lot of noise for someone who wants to hide.
Lieutenant, here is the soft key to the storage room at the back of the hangar. I need you to remove the Plague 11 files, the ones related to the cure, and bring them to me at the VIP overlooking Flight Bay 23. Meanwhile, here is the key to the suite on 108. It's time. Shut a puzzle core down, but do it quietly.
Unbelievable. The chairman himself is a Templar. Maybe you should locate the files he was talking about and confront him in the hangar bay. But first, check out that apostle core facility on level 109. Your assignment will be to eliminate Dr. Nassif before she gives any information to the Templar extremists or to the WTO.
Damage severe. Engaging auxiliary components.
Is something wrong?
Yes. I'm trying to get access to this hangar to see if it might explain these figures, and failing miserably. Whoever said the WTO has perfected bureaucracy has obviously never dealt with the Templars.
What do you mean?
The WTO is reviewing the Templars' duties and tariff payments, so they've dispatched me to do a proper audit. They may put on a show of amicability, but every time I try to actually see what's in that hangar, I get the runaround.
What do you suspect is going on?
I have no idea, but whatever it is, my figures suggest they're not paying nearly enough for transporting it via a WTO facility. Maybe you'd have better luck? A new face? If you get the info to us, we can make it worth your while.
I'll see what I can do.
Fellow WTO citizens, look about you in the splendor of the WTO.
sure what they do.
This is a maintenance area. Limited access.
Sorry, this isn't Pequod's. That's on 107. This is the nanoformer bot channel. You know, we keep these guys friendly.
Fantastic. The nanoformers will begin cleaning up the pollution in the Medina right away. The air should be safe within 24 hours.
I eavesdropped on the Templar recruiting station in the Arcology.
Huh, my lucky day. I see that it pays to have old friends from Tarsus.
The raid is going to happen any minute.
You know this for certain? I should stay in position. How long?
Hard to say. Maybe an hour?
I'll be ready. Thank you. They won't catch me sleeping.
Shall we conduct business, or shall we wait until you upload the schematic?
No thanks.
As you...
I wasn't sure about you at first, but you turned out to be a good man.
Alex D. The information you provided our agent has proven valuable. He was successful against the invaders and would like to thank you. Your future business with Yomar will remain on favorable terms.
We're sick of you arcology types coming out here, pointing and laughing like this is a theme park or a zoo.
I'm not sightseeing. I have business here.
We have no choice but to stay here. We don't get to go back inside your atmospheric barriers at the end of the day.
I don't live in the Arcology.
Our children can't sleep at night because they can't breathe this filth, but that's about to change. You look like you've got more than enough credits to buy breathers for our families.
Don't worry, your children are about to inherit your breathers.
What a fool.
Here we go. Oh my god!
Better late than never, I suppose. There are several ways to put an end to the Nassif family's illegal food production. Destroying the filter system will kill the plants, or you can destroy them directly. You could also reprogram the software that automates the greenhouse.
Close the place down and go home. Whoever came after my niece and murdered our technicians is still looking for her. I came back to my apartment for my parental pass so that I could check up on my daughter at the Tarsus school. But the headmaster assures me that she's safe. Still debating whether to go anyway. Don't return to work until you hear from me personally.
Repairing wounds. Healing functions complete. Reassembling tissues. Failed to complete operation.
Auxiliary systems not responding. Greenhouse shutting down.
Repairing wounds. Tissue viability restored.
Hydroponics failure. I suffered critical failure.
I share your loathing of the Nassifs, but you become a threat to a community protected by the church. If you won't work with us, I suppose...
Climate control damaged. Situation critical.
Tracking infrared disturbance.
Warning. Greenhouse atmosphere beyond safe boundaries. Vegetation losses have exceeded acceptable ranges.
I don't even know if I had to go there. I can just go to the Apostle Court place and just be done with this place.
You cannot win. The tide's about to turn. I can feel it. Target lost.
You escaped this time. Let that be a lesson. There will be serious consequences if you continue to oppose the Order Church. I expect you to listen to me now on.
Security Chief Morgan dispatched me to this location to find Dr. Nassif for questioning.
Yeah, I've got business with Layla too.
I know you've been working for the Order and that they may have reasons to want Dr. Nassif dead. I'm part of the WTO now, and we don't believe in vigilantism. I plan to enforce the law, no matter who threatens Nassif. We need her alive and conscious for quick information extraction.
According to the intel I've got, the Templars have her pinned down inside this facility.
We also suspect that there are a few bots gone haywire inside.
Sounds like a walk in the park. You stay here and guard the entry. I'll find Nassif.
Good idea.
It's about time you quit being an assassin for a bunch of pseudo-religious mystics. Locate Dr. Nassif and interrogate her. The WTO wants to get to her before she reveals anything valuable to the Temple terrorists. We think she may be holed up behind what remains of the Apostle Core security system.
Aren't you in a fit?
Still got some fight in me.
Shall we talk it over? I will find you. This is what we trained for.
I will not succumb to you!
Impressive stamina. You poor... No.
Watch your step. Injuries may occur.
What are you looking at?
Guard up. Defend yourself. Clearly means business.
What's that I hear? Hang on.
This is for the cause.
Guide me, Baphomet. Why do they always want to fight?
Well, in order to do that, you have to have this augmentation right here. This one.
I will keep this area secure.
The zone seems to be clear now.
You must have no idea.
There she is, up ahead. Dr. Nassif turned you into a lab specimen, Alex. No one will blame you for killing her.
Intruder not found. Target acquired. Analyzing the basic objective. Investigate specific threat. Target located. Analyzing basic objective. Violated base zone security provisions.
The Knights Templar are already tearing our organization apart. The last thing we need is one of our own fishing for classified information.
You could have told me and the other trainees about the experiments.
Here you are, our biggest secret, walking straight into a deployment of Templars. Surely you've guessed. You're the next generation of the technology MJ-12 used to create JC Denton. You are the third Denton prototype, a clone of JC.
MJ-12? The offshoot of the Illuminati? This is almost unbelievable. They're the ones who started the Grey Death. I was supposed to be part of a plot to take over the world?
Until your older brother, JC, broke up their network and in the process caused the world economic collapse. When you were 5, Apostle Corps moved you and your foster parents to Chicago.
From Area 51. My parents always said we were from Palm Springs. So was JC Denton here? Is that who you're protecting?
The directors of this facility are either dead or captured. JC was never one of them, but I don't know who was running this lab. There wasn't much communication between the different cells.
That's all you know about the leaders?
I'm as ignorant as you. I did see the Paladins remove a cryogenically frozen body. Maybe that was the facility director. Maybe a botched experiment. Who knows?
So this is the end of Apostle Corps?
In Cairo, maybe so. I've been trying to reach Trier, Germany, our last hidden base, but all lines are down. I found out that the leader of that cell is a man named Tracer Tong. He's the only one who can contact JC. If you insist on tracking down our leaders, you can hire a pilot at the Pequods on level 107 and go to Trier.
Alex, no second thoughts and no violence. I'll protect Dr. Nassif myself if I have to.
Hey, what's the idea?
I should have stayed in school.
Wait here. I'll be right back.
Stand back. SSC on duty.
Nope, not yet. I can't go into the mosque because it's glitched out. Cause I killed Billy Adams in the beginning. I'm gonna go back.
Seriously, how was it? Smooth ride?
No complaints?
Always drop my birds on the curb, eh? Can't beat life in New Cairo. I even had cash this time when I ran into a certain creditor of mine in the elevator.
Good. I don't want to have to rescue your jet again.
Anywhere else you want to go? I'll be right here.
You're hired. I need a lift to Trier, Germany.
Lovely. See you at the terminal, mate. Level 110, Flight Bay 23. My jet's on a secure landing pad, so you'll have to contact me with the pilot beacon in the northeast corner of the main terminal.
I might as well just show you what happens. I think it should show up here right now.
The mosque.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, they're gone. But anyways, middle of a conversation between that guy, she just spawned in and crashed the game.
If you're ready to depart the mosque, go ahead. Soldiers in the doorway. Quite a day.
Repairing damage. Functionality restored.
I turned up evidence that you've been perpetuating the plague in the Medina by not allowing a counteragent to be deployed.
That's a pretty fanciful accusation.
I watched the V-mail you sent to the Templars in Flight Bay 24.
Resourceful little muckraker, aren't you? How much do you want?
What do you mean?
How much to keep you quiet? That's what this is about, right?
The cost of a good defense lawyer. Give me the money and I'll keep your dirty secret.
Here you go. Now keep your nose out of my business.
I'd like to hear you explain how a city chairman can turn his back on thousands of people living on his city's doorstep.
For your information, testing has yet to prove the counteragent's safety. I'm not going to be responsible for creating yet another cloud of self-replicating dust motes.
It can hardly be worse than Plague 11.
That's easy for an outsider to say. If I don't weigh the consequences, the city might get sued, or I could lose my job. Step over to one of the flight bay windows.
Hop in, Scally.
Just a minute. I'm not quite ready.
Initiating repairs. Repairs complete.
Hop in, Scally.
Let's go.
Any special instructions for the drop? Strafing run? Hostile insertion? Drop you near a pub? You're paying for quality, remember?
Just get me close to downtown. I'm looking for someone.
Anybody I know? I spent a right many days in that town with this girl Cindy and her mangy friends.
I don't think so. Just get me there.
Fine by me. I got my own situation in Trier anyway. I dropped you right in front of the Nine Wells Tavern. Best stock beer in the city. Not a bad place to ask around if you want to find one of the locals. Let me park the jet and you can find me at the tavern later when you're ready for another hop.
Never have jammed those actuators at Panzerwerks and stolen that shipment of welders. Now you will... Pay.
I keep telling you, we stole nothing.
How stupid do you think we are? Every day we hear the Order accuse Panzerworks of poisoning the river.
We never stole from you. We only employed the necessary tactics to stop you from harming the natural order. Enough.
What do you want?
What's going on here?
We're about to show this guy what happens when you push Panzerworks too far. Keep walking.
What did he do to you?
The Order steals our equipment to make us shut down the assembly line. His church has been doing this for months, and we are sick of it.
If I give you guys some money, will you leave this guy alone?
What? Are you his boyfriend? Let's see the money. Okay then. I guess we can find someone else.
This is murder. Oh my god.
I remember there's supposed to be a secret pistol somewhere in this map. One with a scope on it. Just trying to find that.
After all the equipment they wrecked and stole in the name of preserving the natural order, I do not understand why the WTO would agree to a summit with these freaks.
The latest in our ongoing...
I heard that some of the striking workers broke into a meeting and kidnapped Her Holiness. Can you believe it?
Her Holiness comes to Trier to make peace, and her gesture is answered with rioting.
The works did not take kindly to our efforts to open their eyes to the harm they are.
The Nine Worlds is a no-weapon zone, strictly enforced since the riots.
So you want me to disarm in the middle of a war zone?
No, you've just got to consent to the standard deactivation procedure before entry. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock bytecode, which will effectively freeze all your weapons. Sensors at the exit will automatically reactivate everything you're carrying when you leave.
Here you go.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on in.
I
Alex D. A welcome encounter.
How's the search coming?
I've made some discoveries. I think I'm finally in the right place.
What's the passenger's name?
My instructions forbid me to say.
Maybe I could help if I knew who it was.
You've been very helpful already. My computer analyzed the transceiver in your temporal bone and found some interesting data files.
Those are encrypted files.
I found the key some time ago. I will be using your eyes and ears to gather more data. As compensation, if you need a pilot for any reason, I will be available.
I don't like being spied on.
Your notions of privacy are old-fashioned. It was a love of privacy that brought on the collapse. A love of secrets, plans, and personal possessions.
I still don't like being spied on.
Perhaps I'm too aggressive, but a society in which everyone understands everyone else is something I think we all should strive for.
How about I bug your chopper and make this learning process go both ways?
Very soon we will be connected. A great advance will change what it means to be human, and there will be no further need to conceal information. But that world is not yet here.
Alex D., you're the last one to arrive. I suppose that, like the others, you're after my laboratory in the gateway to J.C. Denton.
Your Tracer Tong.
I see that Dr. Nassif didn't exaggerate about your mental acuity. Yes, I'm Tong. I suppose you will be wanting some answers. You may have already guessed that your true name is Alex Denton.
Dr. Nassif was telling the truth. I'm a clone of J.C. Denton.
With a few postnatal recombinations, yes. But our work has moved away from clones.
So this gateway, I can use it to find J.C. Denton?
Yes. Beneath the ruins of the Black Gate, JC constructed a portal to his secret base in Antarctica. Only descendants of the Denton cell line can go through. However, the facility is already in the hands of the Templars.
Did the Templars use the portal? How could they unless one of the other trainees...
Unless the Templars have already convinced one of you to go through the gate and murder JC. Exactly. At a minimum, they have a highly placed spy who has torn apart our organization, starting with Chicago.
What else do you know about this spy?
Whoever it is also helped the Templars kidnap Her Holiness during a meeting with the Panzerworks Union. They are holding her at the Blackgate Laboratory. I'm going to give you a code to a secret entrance, which is in a room on the second floor of the East Tower, 2521. Look for a keypad hidden behind some crates.
For all you know, I'm a Templar myself.
Then Apostle Corps has already lost everything. Rescue Her Holiness. Save the summit for the sake of both factions. They will help you against the Templars. You will need the help of the WTO and Order just a little while longer.
I understand.
Here's something to give you an edge. A biomod infusion. It isn't much, but it's all I managed to grab on my way out of the laboratory.
Yeah, I think Alex Denton's actually more based than JC. In terms of his dialogue that they wrote for him.
Her Holiness comes to Trier to make peace, and her gesture is answered with riot.
Chairman Dumier of the WTO here. So you found that old fool, Tracer Tong. I would like to know what you were talking about. Please report to the Trier SSC station. It's at the end of the block, on your left as you enter the main square.
Sorry. No access to the Black Gate without the proper clearance.
Is something going on?
Nah, it's just another part of the citywide lockdown, along with the curfews, to try to regain control after the riots broke out at Panzerworks.
How can I get the clearance to other parts of Trier?
Wish I could help. If you have a problem with the new policies, talk to someone at the SSC station across the square.
This is SSC headquarters for Trier.
The commander can answer your question.
If anybody screwed up today, it was us. Security. Name and business, please.
Alex D. Who are you?
Vera Maxwell, Executive Commander for the SSC.
For Trier?
No, globally. We're taking these summit preparations very seriously. You and the other delegates will be able to conduct your business without any distractions.
I'd like to speak to the WTO chairman.
He informed me. The WTO chairman is in the interrogation room upstairs. Don't worry, no one's going to get interrogated. Just a safety precaution.
Trier is your home. Surely you must have some insight into why they would kidnap your lady, Her Holiness. She is practically a patron saint in this district.
Indeed. The people here are very devout.
Was it the strikers? The Panzerworks Union? I thought they were friends of the church.
I'm afraid that in Trier, even the most faithful are less than pleased by the appearance of their spiritual leader partnering with the WTO.
Your followers must understand the need for dialogue.
I've done my best to explain this summit to them. Frankly, it seems unlikely even to me that the church followers will ever countenance the closed, monolithic communities of the WTO. But I suppose that's a matter for the wise discretion of Her Holiness.
Yes, it is. If she is still alive.
Let's pray that she is.
I appreciate your candor, Luminon. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alex, let's talk. Meet me at the visitation room down the hall. Hello there. Alex from the Tarsus program, right? I wish you hadn't botched the Dr. Nassif interrogation in Cairo.
Is Apostle Corps really such a serious threat that it's a concern to the director of the WTO?
I've been following the Apostle Corps investigation very closely. Your loyalty in this matter would be a great asset. However, we have a more pressing crisis. Her Holiness is missing, along with my security chief, Donna Morgan. By chance, was this on the agenda for your meeting with that old curmudgeon at the Nine Worlds?
Yes, I talked to Tracer Tong. He says that Her Holiness is being held by the Templars.
Interesting. Is he sure? We've noticed some Templar activity on the north side of town.
The Apostle Corps laboratory is underneath the Black Gate. That's where she's being held.
I'm glad you are willing to betray Tong's confidence.
He said I should get your help. Perhaps we all have a common enemy now.
Not likely. Tong always has an ulterior motive, at least where I am concerned. You have my authority to attempt a rescue, but stay away from that old fool. He will lure you into the criminal underworld.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, and by the way, it has come to my attention that you rooted out some corruption in the new Cairo archaeology. Well done. It's my pleasure to present you with the citizen's bonus in person.
Thanks.
No thanks necessary. Compensation for whistleblowers is one of the pillars of a safe community. Here's a key to the gate in the courtyard. Like I said, the facility is on the north side of the city.
I just wanted to give those border freaks what they deserve.
odd.
Something's not sitting right. Shouldn't have ordered those eggs.
Hang on. There's a Templar military bot on patrol near this sector. You may want to rethink travel in this area.
I can take care of myself. Why isn't SSC just getting rid of it?
We've got our hands full. Most of our guards are at headquarters providing security for the summit.
So you're just going to cede this territory?
We're waiting for reinforcements and our own mech detachment before we move in. This is way more firepower than we're prepared to deal with, especially with our resources focused at HQ. But if you can take care of a millbot on your own, be my guest. I better do something! What the hell?
Look at my health.
Access denied. Mechanical vulnerability high.
We'll keep this area secure. May you rest in peace. It sure sounded like someone was mucking about. Oh well.
Checking this out.
Get ready. You must have no idea who you're messing with. My little visitors got one along. No matter. That's just strange. Who's there? I'm certain it's nothing we can't handle. Fine. Enough of these drills. You can't sneak up on us.
I'm stuck in a wall.
I've lost that filthy abomination. Ah.
Keep at it. No one gets away.
I'm certain it's nothing we can't handle. Hello? Ready for me. I'm certain it's nothing we can't handle.
I'll find the person responsible for this violent attack. Another
I'm certain it's nothing we can't handle.
I hope you find... Time to read.
What's that I hear?
You will contaminate humanity no more, you fiend! You must have no idea who you're messing with.
Okay then.
don't know where he is, but he'd better show up soon. The facility here is being raided by the Templars. So far, we're holding our own, but I don't know how much longer that will last. This may be my last transmission.
What's that I hear?
And we got another one here.
restored power to the experimental device on the lower level. Good, you're thinking ahead. But you'll have to come back later to bring it online. We don't know enough about it yet.
Initiating repairs. Functionality restored.
I think...
Are you Her Holiness? It's strange seeing you as just another person.
Yes, I'm just another ordinary human being like you. My name is Nicolette Duclair.
Chairman Dumier, the leader of your opposition, has taken a special interest in your safety.
The WTO wishes no harm to come to Her Holiness. This summit was to be an opportunity to soothe the tensions between our organizations and to root out the extremists causing trouble in Trier.
I'm impressed that you would protect the leader of your adversaries.
It's okay, Chief Morgan. We can tell him the truth.
The truth?
Alex, the WTO and Order are not as they seem. They are but different faces of the same organization, the Illuminati, an ancient secret society to which Chad and I are the heirs. My mother was the Illuminatus Beth Duclair. The WTO and Order are merely the tools Chad and I are presently using to elevate humanity to the next level.
I know, it's overwhelming. I've dedicated myself to the WTO only to find out it's just a myth they created.
If the WTO and Order aren't actually opposing entities, then what's the point of this summit?
The real opposition right now comes from the Templars, the militant anti-biomodification group. The summit was only a cover to justify our public presence in Trier. Our true goal was to investigate rumors of a Templar splinter cell within the Order.
And what did you find?
With the help of Agent Morgan, I learned that Lumenon Saman is the traitor. He has converted most of the Trier Shard to his extremist views, incited the riots, and has been stealing equipment from the Panzerworks factory.
Saman? He's behind this?
Yes, everything. My kidnapping, the disabling of the gate. He's taken a critical component from it, the sequencing module, to the Order Church in Rockstadt, where his group is headquartered. Once you get that module from him, you'll be able to use the gate.
Thank God she's all right. Thanks for taking down enough of those Templar outlaws to make it easy for my people to move in. Now let's follow up on what Her Holiness learned about Lumen and Saman. Go to the tavern and hire a pilot. If you would like a map of Saman's compound, report to the SS.
Seek through the ASIMU to safeguard Miss Duclair's return.
She's all yours.
Thank you. I will be assuming command of this facility.
Thank God she's all right. Thanks for taking down enough of those Templar outlaws to make it easy for my people to move in. Now let's follow up on what Her Holiness learned about Lumen and Saman. Go to the tavern and hire a pilot. If you would like a map of Saman's compound, report to the SSC station on your way across town.
Nothing to see here. Everything's under control.
The Nine Worlds is a no-weapon zone.
So you want me to...
No.
Here you go.
Thanks for...
Already tossed back a few pints. May I say that I approve of your itinerary so far?
Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Tell you what, I'll give you the Sloshed Fly special. Any local hops you need during the next 24 hours, just 50% more than my usual rate. Can't beat that.
I guess that's a fair price. Here you go.
Where you headed?
I need to go to the Rauschstadt area.
That's a pretty scabby part of town, mostly abandoned factories. The Order renovated the cathedral, but man, a lot of ways to end up dead in the Rauschstadt.
Precisely why I'm hiring you. You can handle a hostile insertion, right?
Handle it? Sid Black invented the term hostile insertion. I'll meet you outside the tavern.
You sure you locked up?
No, Guevara has been in my family for 3 generations. I've been locking up since I was a boy.
Just got the thrusters cranked. This bird sings so loud now my head's ringing.
Probably the beer. Sure you can fly?
Bosh, let's rip.
I'm ready.
Lovely. I already scouted the area. Get ready for a tight squeeze on the ground.
Blessed be.
Like I said, a pretty scabby part of town. Pretty much abandoned except for the judge to the northwest. Maybe one of the squatters knows the area.
Something wrong?
Demons? Catch me?
Sorry, never mind.
First, they run me out of the Lord's house, then they chase me out of the tunnels.
You used to live at the cathedral?
I was the last believer. Then the cultists moved in. I went back once, through the basement tunnels. That's how I saw the ritual.
A secret entrance to the cathedral?
It was for utilities. Then the canal dried up and you could get in from outside. One of these times, I'm gonna set a fire. Belief needs no armaments. Never cower from the truth.
Hey, are you one of the workers from that factory? Under the canal? My mom said to see if you need a message boy. We need the credits.
Sorry, I don't work there. You said it's a factory in the canal? What else do you know about it?
It's definitely a secret base of some kind. Guys in uniform moving in weird machines in the middle of the night. If you want to get in and check it out, I can tell you where all the guards are.
Sure, tell me about the guards.
Do you have a street map? I can mark where they are.
Sorry, I got into an argument with my travel agent. Just tell me.
Oh, well, you know, they're all over. You have to be really careful at night because they shoot at anything.
Investigating Summit anomaly identified.
Hey, this one's mine. Target's on the move!
Your time on this Earth is limited, freak!
I think you're dead, freak!
Take emergency measures. Processing. Checking sensors. Auxiliary circuits.
You must have no idea who you're messing
You're inside. Good. The sequencing module should be stored on Zaman's private computer. More when you reach the Luminon's command area.
This area is protected. Success anticipated.
Meet your pilot outside and return to Trier. We're going to find out if this teleportation device really works.
Investigating specific threat.
Alex, stop. I have something to tell you about Chairman Dumier.
Yeah?
I can hardly believe it. He doesn't really work for the WTO. The whole organization is a sham.
I know.
You know? But he told me not to tell you. What's going on?
I'm not sure. He and Nicolette Duclair admitted everything to me. He wants me to go through the Apostle Corps teleporter that connects to J.C. Denton's sanctuary. Only the trainees can use it. Billy already went through, on a mission for the Templars.
Billy? A Templar? Wow, am I the only one without a secret alliance?
Billy's been working for the Templars all along. She single-handedly brought down Apostle Corps and helped destroy her home city.
I could go through the teleporter too, right? I wonder why Chairman Dumier ordered me to stay here and secure the church.
Maybe you should follow me to Antarctica. Billy would hardly be a match for both of us.
I don't know. I think I'd better play it safe right now.
Are you sure?
Chairman Dumier is watching me very closely. I'd better stay behind. Besides, I still believe in the WTO, just not its leader. I don't see any reason to make trouble.
Who's the foxy lady?
I don't think she's your type.
Staking out your turf, huh? Understood, compadre. Where to?
Back to downtown.
Well, fuel's burning.
Let's rip.
That's what I like to hear. Oh, but by the way, I'd like to clarify something about our contract.
What?
When I said 24 hours, I meant 24 hours minus my sleep time. I'm about ready to hit the sack.
First drop me near downtown.
Pleasure's mine. I never leave a bird in the woods. But that's a wrap. Even Sid Black needs rest.
Come to the tavern. I have more to tell you about JC's condition and why you are so important. The Templars are one step ahead of us, but not for long. Repair the gate with the sequencing module. Find your long-lost older brother on the other side, then wait for my orders.
Cheerio. I'm booked until after the summit, but maybe we'll fly again. I'll be around.
The 9...
See what?
No.
Here you go.
Thanks.
When you go to Antarctica and find JC, remember what hangs in the balance. I
haven't told you just how powerful JC has become.
One of the other trainees, Billy Adams, has already gone through the gate.
She has signed her soul over to the Luddites, the haters of technology. Protect JC, or she could plunge the world into another dark age. Trust me, I was like her 20 years ago, and I still share some of the blame for triggering the collapse.
I thought you said JC was powerful.
He is, but the merger with the Helios AI has been problematic. He has fallen into a state of near catatonia and will be vulnerable until you can revive him.
How do I do that?
By transferring your biomod architecture to JC, you will complete his interface to the AI and bring him out of the coma. This is a job we intended for Paul, but now it falls on your shoulders.
Paul Denton?
He too is helpless and in need of our new systems. We thought we had the infusions perfected 3 years ago, but his body rejected them violently. He had to be cryogenically frozen until we could finish the design.
The leader of the Cairo facility, captured by the Templars.
Exactly. JC will tell you more. Please, don't delay. Every passing minute brings your friend Billy one step closer to murdering the only sincere leader humanity has ever had.
The Nine Worlds is a no weapon.
So you want me to...
No.
Here you go.
Thanks for your...
I've heard strange stories about Her Holiness.
Like what?
Just rumors. But is it true? Did she make a secret alliance with the WTO?
Her Holiness and Mr. Dumier are leaders of a secret society called the Illuminati.
I don't understand.
The woman you call Her Holiness is the daughter of the Illuminatus Beth Duclair. She founded the church after the collapse as a foothold to regaining power.
But how could she support the WTO?
She and Mr. Dumier knew that it would be too hard to pull together a global government from the chaos of the collapse. They chose to reinvent specific aspects of power and then bring them together later into one body.
The scriptures, though, were they...
A well-designed psychological tool.
I grew up in post-collapse Hong Kong. My parents were Max Chen and Maggie Chow, conspirators involved with MJ-12. I swore I would never ruin myself with lies the way they did.
You aren't the one to blame.
I deceived millions, hundreds of millions of people. I'm such a fool. Her Holiness, protect me as I go into battle.
Whoops.
Is someone there?
You're going down.
I'm gonna get you.
Tough break, dude. You'll contaminate humanity no more, you. You make a lot of noise for someone who wants to hide.
Hey, where'd you go? You can't fool an SSC officer that easily.
What's that I hear? Checking this out.
Whatever. I don't want any trouble.
So this is the one that did it. Guess we better take a look around. Come here!
You gonna kill me over this? Huh? You've already turned on the generator, so now you must upload the sequencing module from the gate control room.
I guess Her Holiness is finally...
Good work.
This is the main control room. You should be able to install the sequencing module at the computer terminal. Wonderful. The device is operational. Now, Alex, simply take a deep breath and step inside. I'm willing to bet that this thing actually works.
Please, speak with me, and explain what has come to pass. No more violence, yet more deviation from the plan. All was to arrive with the key, bringing the perfected genetic code. JC was to awaken to greet the new age. Instead, that woman came, followed soon after by the hateful ones. Where is Paul? What is going on?
I'll bet that your intruders are Billy Adams along with some Templar backup. After that, I have no idea what you're talking about.
When JC arrived so many years ago, and the Versalite base fell silent, he took care of us. In return, we would maintain his habitat while he slept, and await Apostle Gore's masterpiece. Paul was to accompany the key, but instead 2 keys have arrived, and Paul remains nowhere.
So where are the keys? The gate must use some sort of DNA fingerprinting, and since both Billy and I have Denton genetic code, we were able to use it. It was never about the training, was it? They were just perfecting the DNA.
And the gate has only brought us destruction. The hateful ones threaten, capture, and murder us. We can neither fulfill our duties to JC, nor can we get to his habitat to awaken him.
Why would the Templars bother with capture? I hate to be so blunt, but it seems that elimination would make more sense.
It is not clear. It seems they are trying to learn more about us, but in gravely vicious ways. Right now, there is one of our number in captivity. If you could help him reach this location, it would mean a great deal to us. back away.
Perhaps you fear that you will inadvertently do the bidding of the Illuminati. Have patience. Nothing will be the same once you have revived J.C. Denton. Welcome to Antarctica, J.C.'s sanctuary for 20 years.
Why do you persist? Tong, Dumier, Her Holiness, they're all fools. Do you really understand what they're asking you to do? Go to 1004 and I'll contact you there.
Hang on. This has stopped being amusing.
Payback time.
Listen, I don't know exactly what they've all told you, but you're just a pawn. And reviving an ancient mad cyborg isn't gonna help anyone.
And you found that the Templars are a sane and reasonable employer?
Lesser of the evils offered at this point. The other entities all want you to revive the man responsible for the collapse. What good can that possibly accomplish? Apostle Corps wants to worship him, and the Illuminati wants to try to control him.
And what would you propose?
The only safe way to deal with such dangerous power and such an unstable individual is to destroy him. It's the only way.
That's an interesting viewpoint, especially considering JC's work made us both what we are today.
That hardly matters in the grand scheme of things. You can try, but you're not going to be able to stop me from repurposing the Helios core for more beneficial purposes.
To revive JC, you'll have to repair Helios's 5 processing modules with an infusion of your biomod architecture. Prepare yourself for the unexpected, Alex. JC is conscious, but trapped in a struggle with the Helios AI. His memory is so intermingled with the AI that echoes of his former life are embedded in the very construction of his sanctuary.
The key is already here. It is time to awaken JC, but we fear she is here to prevent it and to harm him. You must stop her, and you must revive him.
But how?
Upon the arrival of the key, JC was to be awakened to welcome the perfected genetic code. Then he and Paul were to share it with the world. Now there is much unexpected violence, but we will proceed according to the original plan.
What needs to be done?
Activate the nodes, reconnect him with the waking. But beware, the other key has made her own plans.
What do you mean?
She has machines, weapons. She has hate. She intends to destroy JC and all who stand in her way. Do not let this come to pass.
Excellent work, Alex. Repair this Tower of Babel, and just when the king reaches out to touch the sky, we will be there to snatch his hand away.
last, my scientists succeeded. You were the complete solution. My brother Paul was to be upgraded first so that he could carry the infusions through the gate, but there was a setback.
You're really J.C. Denton. What happened to your brother?
He nearly died 2 years ago. My chief scientist, Tracer Tong, thought that he'd perfected the biomod substrate, but there were recombinant anomalies in Paul. He had to be cryogenically frozen to save his life. Luckily, you and the other subjects at last accepted complete transformation.
Which is why we can pass through the gate and enter this place.
That, and much more. We're now ready to transform the human race. It became clear to me after the defeat of MJ-12 that the old answers to tyranny are inadequate. I needed the Helios merger in order to contemplate the problem effectively.
And?
I'm going to establish the first post-human civilization, and you're my first citizen. Welcome.
A new civilization? That's a pretty tall order. What do you need from me?
I need you to return to Cairo to rescue my brother Paul, who was seized by the Templars. Then meet me at Liberty Island, where in the ruins of an old military base there is an Aquinas node that can be used to distribute the infusion technology worldwide.
Tell me more about this post-human civilization.
Before the disruptions, Helios and I had many months of productive thought. Up to now, all free societies have started with one premise. Human nature is cruel, unjust, a force to be controlled.
I follow you so far.
The separation of powers, from Aristotle to Montesquieu, is designed purely to thwart the ambitions of individuals. How comical the West pride in its vast tangle of agencies, jurisdictions, arcane procedures.
What's the alternative?
Address the flaws in human nature. Make all beings truly equal in both body and mind. If you start with minds that are lucid, knowledgeable, and emotionally sound, the needs of government change dramatically.
How do you control human emotions? Antidepressants? Is that freedom?
Is it freedom when one child is born to poverty, a chance combination of organic materials, while the wealthy child is shaped every day of his life, enhanced genetically, trained, educated, often augmented nanotechnologically?
Why not get rid of nanotech and genetic engineering, the technologies that make people different from each other?
Then you go down the path of intolerance as your friend Billy did. Is human nature perfect? No. Therefore, improvements are to be welcomed, not annihilated in Templar pogroms. As enhanced beings, we can establish a pure democracy that runs on instantaneous input from the electorate.
What would this pure democracy look like?
The Helios AI has the processing power to handle all governmental functions worldwide, legislative, executive, and judicial. Once every mind has been enhanced and can merge with the AI, attitudes towards major legislation can be processed on a daily or even more frequent basis.
You want everyone to be like the Omar and meld themselves together into one huge AI construct?
Helios will communicate, not assimilate. Life will go on as usual.
Helios is starting to sound like an enlightened despot.
All governments have power. The benefit of giving this power to a synthetic intellect is that human affairs would no longer need to be ruled by generalities. Helios will have a deep understanding of every person's life and opinions.
What if I don't want someone peeking into my mind?
Upon consideration, you'll see that this arrangement is for the best. General ideas are no proof of the strength, but rather of the insufficiency of the human intellect. The words of Alexis de Tocqueville, an observer of the birth of modern democracy. Though general ideas allow human minds to make judgments quickly, they are necessarily incomplete.
So
de Tocqueville noted that an all-knowing mind, the mind of God as he conceived it, would have no need for general ideas. It would understand every individual in detail and at a glance. Incomplete applications of law or justice would be impossible for such a mind.
So you see yourself as a god?
I want human affairs to be driven by wisdom. Finding the correct recipe for wisdom has been my project these long years under the ice.
You seem to think you've succeeded.
Wisdom must first be human. You must start with what a human sees and feels. But wisdom must also be knowledgeable, logical, and fair to billions of other beings.
How much of you is a machine?
Helios and I are one consciousness. No distinction is possible.
You expect 10 billion people to submit to the rule of a software construct? What if some of them resist?
The people will welcome true equality. Help me, Alex. You've come this far toward restoring Apostle Corps. Finish the job by rescuing my brother from the Templars in Cairo.
I'll leave for Cairo as soon as I can.
A helicopter followed you here. Tracer Tong sent it to pick me up from Area 51 after my infiltration of MJ-12. Ava Johnson was the pilot, an AI construct. I'm putting her at your disposal. Go back to the surface and activate the pilot beacon at the abandoned VersaLife base so that she will know where to land.
Alright, I gotta go work right now. So, finish this maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Let's find someone to raid. How do I raid on a Twitch app? I don't even know. I can just do with the command on here.